So welcome again. Welcome on behalf of Stride and UTEL. We're really happy again to have you all here today. I feel like I know you already. All of you, thank God it's Friday, sorry, right? So I hope everyone is doing great. Everyone is doing okay. So welcome everyone. Today we're gonna go through your projects that you sent yesterday. If you didn't get to send them, it's okay. You can still share them with us. Today each of you are gonna have around 5-7 minutes. So everyone have time to share with us their projects, talk a little bit about it, have some feedback from Alicia, Elias, and I. So we're here, as I said, today is your day. We're here to help you and provide every tip, answer any question that you may have. So don't hesitate on asking anything. So we're gonna start right away. So welcome Alicia, welcome Elias. So anyone that want to start, or I just choose, maybe you can raise your hand or put a thumb up if you want to go first. It's okay to go first, actually. You want to go second, Angela? Okay, it's all right. So I don't know. I know it's hard, and sometimes you get nervous when you go first. So I'm gonna pick one. Don't hate me for that. So what about Stacy? Stacy Wang? You here with us? Can you hear us? Can we hear you? Yes. Any chance you can turn your mic on, maybe, so we can talk a little bit?
Of course. Hello.
Hi, Stacy. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great. As I was saying, it's a little bit cold over here in Lima, but we're in celebration mode. As I said yesterday, we are celebrating our 200 year of independence. So that's exciting. We have a new president also. Where are you from, Stacy?
I'm from California.
Cool. I've been to New York, Boston, and Vermont. Really cold during the winter. It was really, really cold. So next time I went to the States, I for sure want to go to California or somewhere warmer.
It's really hot over here.
Way too hot, I would say. I've heard. So let's start. Stacey, I don't know if you have a presentation, you just want to share your Google document. It's any of those options are okay. So if you want to start sharing with us.
Oh yeah, I have a Google slide. So this is my project, and then my project idea is to start a website and business to help provide better education opportunities to people around the world, like online. The characteristics would be like cost-efficient classes and easy to access. The brand creation is going to be with certified teachers. It's going to be cost-efficient, easy to access, and a different selections of languages. My buyer persona would be anyone who wishes for a better education, anyone who is willing to learn, anyone with access to internet. And I highly encourage children, women, and people with disabilities to join. My content design will be a mix of videos, images, audios, and texts to be designed for anyone, for any kind of learners. My digital platforms would be to promote a cost-efficient and easily accessible online class for anyone around the world. And the platforms I will use would be like a really diverse platforms to ensure that everyone could see like this information. My brand community, like the five things to maintain would be to do one thing at a time to ensure like everything is done correctly, keep my customers connected with all updates, do what is promised, and always be available to contact and to ask for feedback and to have room to improve. And I also think measuring what we do is really important, and then measuring what customers are looking for to have like spaces to improve, and measure what is satisfied and what is unsatisfied. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very, very much, Stacey. It was really interesting. I don't know, Ali or Elias, who wants to start giving some feedback?
Sure. First of all, I want to congratulate you, Stacey, because I think your idea is great. And actually, your idea goes in line with what we do at our university, you know, creating access for everyone for education. I have a question. The type of education that you would like to provide with your idea, Stacey, would it be any type of courses, any type of education, like short courses, or would you give, for example, online degrees, or what type of education are you considering for your project?
I wouldn't say like degrees, because you could earn those at like community colleges, and then it's kind of like it's really like it's kind of difficult to do it. And then but I feel like it's just for anyone to be like educated, because in countries I know like they don't have really good education. And then it would just be like to help people to learn, kind of.
I think the timing for your idea is perfect, and I love the fact that you think about countries that have the need to improve and better their education. I think that there is a great opportunity for ideas like yours in this world. And I love the presentation, how you did everything very organized, you know, bullet points. I love when I get to see bullet points because it goes straight to the point. And I think someone from the audience has a question as well. Go ahead, Aya.
Yeah.
Okay, hi everyone. Stacy, congratulations, your idea is amazing. I just have a question. Are you thinking to like make it like a school, not only online, because some kids don't have access to internet?
Well, like as I said earlier, like I think like having like a degree or like actual school is kind of like difficult for like me to do it, because like I'm not familiar with it. But creating like a website with like certified teachers to do it, that would be like a lot more easier. And then because we're doing it I was thinking to do it online first, because it's like what is easier to do. And then maybe like when like my business gets bigger, like we can provide like internet to other countries or like devices.
That's great. And if you allow me, guys, for example, Stacey, the first thing that comes up to my mind when I was in college, there was this volunteering program. It was run by students. We were around 40 people. And what we would do was to bring reading. We would do like workshops. We would go every Saturday to one particular school, like outside Lima, which was it was an area where the education was bad, wasn't really good. So we realized that the main problem was that the kids were not didn't have that many reading school skills. Sorry. So what we did, we would ask for volunteers, and we will give them like a week or two, or sometimes even a month, just giving them like tips on how to like get to kids and give these workshops. And then we would go every Saturday and for like a couple of hours and just teach these sort of skills to these kids, you know, so that maybe you can use that as an idea or as an example to maybe have, again, certified teachers or volunteers, and can maybe share the knowledge. For example, at one point I studied, as I said the other day, communications, and I specialized on audiovisual. So what we did was, with the older kids, we made them create their own stories and then we filmed them. So that was a great way to also combine what I know with what we were doing with this workshop, with this volunteering program. So maybe it could be a great tool, or you can think about it or use it to maybe find a place where people with from different backgrounds and different fields to convey, and maybe use their knowledge for a certain purpose. It can work also. Your idea is, it's really cool, actually. Ali, I don't know what do you think?
Yes, I would like to know if she has like an idea for the name that she wants to use.
For mine,
Yes.
I don't know yet, but I was thinking like just maybe like something that everyone like from like, even though everyone speaks different languages, but they also can like pronounce or like know this word. That'll be like easier for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Great job.
Yeah, thank you so much, Stacey. This was really interesting. So up next, she said she would love to go second. If you guys have a name, you can share it with us. It's great. Angela, do you want to go now?
Yes, sir.
All right, if you can share the screen with us, that would be awesome.
The name for my project was called Book Scholar. My plan is a blog for other students who want to put themselves out there. The blog will mainly contain like videos or little passages on how to keep their grades up or how to make a great portfolio, or just kind of tweak up their resume and how to kind of communicate when they're in an interview, or just attending different sessions just to kind of get skills for whatever career you want to do. My top three characteristics were patience, communication, and tone. I said that because most students, they don't have patience, and most, since we're homeschooling, we don't talk a lot, and then it's made by a student, so it's made by a student for students, so that's what makes the project unique. I just made 3 different customers an example. Well, about Ava, she's really unsure about what she wants to do, but where will she find it? And that's where Booksmart comes in, and it gives like information on different careers. And student B, he wants an internship, but he doesn't know where to start. It gives like a list of internships or areas around them that they can maybe job shadow or something like that. And William, he just started high school. He just wants to kind of get out there. So this is just something to kind of just give him a head start. And then the content that I would do is like videos or a how-to video or just like a little podcast with special guests to kind of tell them what that person does. And then you can use Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or something like that just to kind of get it out there, since those are a lot of used, or YouTube. And then 5 community rules I think that Book Scholar should have is always communicate, help others, and then always give back and show empathy and treat others the way you want to be treated. This is my project.
Thank you so much, Angela. I forgot to ask, where are you from?
Arkansas.
Arkansas, great, awesome. Well, that was really cool. Alicia, Elias, who one goes first? It was really interesting, actually.
It was really interesting. I love the logo and the name of the brand and all the customer personas you built. Yeah, I think they were great. Yeah, I love them.
Any tip maybe that you would like to give her?
Well, I wanted to ask you, is this like for your city, your state, the whole state? Where are you focusing like your service? Where is it going to be the main geographic area that you're going to be targeting, Angela?
Well, mainly in Arkansas and like places around it.
Okay, that's great. I love it. I think you got it.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. The people love like always reading tips and that kind of stuff. Like that part of giving tips to have a great resume to start applying for jobs, I think was really cool, a really great idea. Like I know the struggle is real. I've gone through that. So that's a great tool. Elias, what about you?
I like the idea. I love the fact that we've had 2 projects and they're all based on education.
Right?
I love it. And I like the way you think, Angela, about the geographic where you want to start. And I think that's a good advice for everyone. Always start around what you know, around your environment. Sometimes, and this is a fact, sometimes companies, they try to to handle more than they can, and they try to go really big really fast, and they fail. So I think it's key on any project that you do to try and focus on what you know and something that you can control. That would be my advice for everyone. Always try to do it in an environment that you can control, and you can always analyze and get a lot of information and feedback on how to improve your project before you can go any further.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Elias. And the same suggestion for Angela, Stacy, and everyone, actually. Always take the feedback from your customer, from your community. They're always going to give you the best input and the best insight, so you can lead the way of where you want to go. So thank you very, very much, Angela. It was really interesting. Thank you so much. What about, let's see, what if we go next with Eva?
Hi.
How are you? Where are you from?
I'm from Tunisia.
Sorry?
From Tunisia. It's
from
in
Tunisia,
Africa.
okay. All right, that's cool. That's gorgeous. All right, do you have a presentation? You want to share your Google Forms with us? Sorry, your Google document? Anything that you have, it's all right.
Okay, so my idea is for a book club on Discord. Let me just start with the background story. It's in my country, we don't have like many activities that teenagers could participate in. And so summers get really hard and really boring for us, especially that we're in quarantine now until the end of August. So it's really hard. We can't like go out or anything. So I decided to create like a club that would be not only dedicated for books, but for many activities like movies and for people to communicate and to talk with each other. So since I am a very passionate reader, I would like to host this book club so I could share my passion with other people, and so we could talk and talk about our problems as readers in Tunisia, that we don't have many people that read books. It's not like a culture in us. So readers' life in Tunisia is really hard. Like we don't have shops where we could buy books that we want. Even though we could find the shops, it's really expensive. Like there is no way we could afford it as students. So we're also gonna talk about movies and other things that we like. We're gonna have movie nights and karaoke nights. We're gonna have music rooms where we could stream music for people who want to read, or music that will have people study. And okay, so we have rooms for each fandom, for bands or movies or books or anything. And it's a safe space where you can talk about your interest, and we have very strict rules to not disrespect people. And in debates, you cannot like attack someone just because you don't agree with their opinion. So you could totally express your opinion with respect. And so we want this to be a space where everyone feels welcome, and we want it to be a part of our members' life. So when they think about in a time they enjoy themselves, it will be in our server. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eva. Ali, do you wanna share with us? What do you think about her project?
Yeah, I love it. I think it's a great idea. I love all the ideas that you have and how you presented it. I think is very interesting how is like this project based on knowledge and created access for more knowledge for other people. That's wonderful. It's beautiful that the way that you think how to prove that in your country. I love it.
Exactly, especially for like when she refers about having these book clubs for students, for people from school. You know, I know sometimes it's hard, or you don't know how to find the right book to start, because maybe you just think like, it's so boring, I'm never gonna find a book that I like. And that used to happen to me until I realized what type of literature I was more into. So there's when I started loving reading, you know, and always starting with a small book and then going with bigger ones. Elias, what do you think about this idea?
I like the idea, and I like the fact that she thought about something that it's missing and that her country needs. You know, that's one of the greatest beginnings of great ideas. You know, what is it that we need that we don't have? And she thought about, you know, we lack people from reading in Tunisia, and we also, as teenagers, we lack sometimes activities where we can share things. And I think this makes it a great idea. Yeah. Recommendation for such an idea would also be, how can we encourage people through this idea to read more and get more people to read in your country? I think that's something that you can always think about, and it will make your project even stronger.
Yes,
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but I also forgot to mention that we're gonna have like a podcast, so people, we could get professionals like to talk about subject like orientations, or to give advice for new readers. And I already have a list made up, and I know a lot of like books to grammars from my country, and I'm friends with them, so they were totally willing to help me with this. So that's like a thing that I have.
That's great. When if you have already like the context, you know, people who, as we said yesterday, you have your champions, you know, people who can represent your brand, your
Yes.
your idea, then that's great. And I was just gonna suggest you could do podcasts and playlists. Like, it can even become a platform where writers can promote their books. So
Yes, we
so
have a room for writings. They could share their writings, and then we could talk about it and just give them
awesome.
advice so they could improve it. So
That's
I
great.
want to share the server. It's not done yet, but if anyone wants to join, so can I like share it?
Wow.
Absolutely.
Please do.
Thank you.
Do.
Wow.
Please do. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's amazing. Thank you very, very much, Eva. So let's see who can go next. And what about Mahima? Would you like to share with us? Maybe later. All right, it's okay. Sarah.
Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Where are you from?
I'm from California.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Maybe you're a neighbor with Stacy. Who knows?
Well, I'm in El Salvador right now, so.
Okay. Oh, cool. All right. Do you want to start sharing with us your presentation or your project?
Sure.
All right. Eva's already leaving her Discord page, so you guys can join, follow, check it out. I'll let you know when we can see your presentation, Sarah, so you can start.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah, or Sara in Spanish. I can briefly introduce myself. I am 18 years old. And like I said, I was born in California and raised there most of my childhood before we moved to El Salvador. I don't have an impressive work curriculum or advanced studies as the presenters that spoke these past days, not yet, but I hope that one day I can also list my various degrees like they did. But moving on to the project, I love that we all sort of focused in education, and mine is no exception. I got my idea from a pattern that I saw due to the effects of COVID-19, specifically in education. As you know, schools around the world close as a restrictive measure, yet we know that education cannot be stopped because it is vital to society. So educational institutions decided to jump into the virtual world to continue as online learning. The problem was that many were not prepared to face this situation. The pattern or problem that I saw was that students that came from the traditional classroom environment struggled to succeed in virtual classes. One reason was because teachers were also unprepared for the change. And what they did was increasing their work, meaning more homework, more projects, more activities, and students became overwhelmed with everything they had to do. No one is guilty in this situation, but it definitely affected students. And this is what I want to improve with Edu East. Edu East is an app. In simple terms, its objective is to help students that come from a traditional educational environment and ease their transition to an online environment, which is where the name comes from. Edu for education, Education East, or translated in Spanish, Educación Facilitada or Aliviada. Edu East is an app that makes students feel supported, both academically and emotionally, with the various tools it would have. For example, weekly online motivational talks with professionals that will boost the students' confidence. It will provide tools to help organize their schedule, such as timely or rescue time, which is useful to prevent procrastination. It will also include a social group where students can connect from around the world and help each other. Another thing that Edu East includes, which I believe is important, is a daily debate section. How this works is that each day there will be a topic posted where everyone can discuss their position. For example, the topic can be, do small kids need privacy? And one student can write yes, because it allows their independence to grow. Then another student can write no, because they can develop bad habits without appropriate supervision. And someone else can express their opinion, and so on. An important value of Edu East is that it is diverse because it allows people to connect with others. A second value is that it creates solidarity and companionship because it makes them feel that they are not alone. And probably the most relevant characteristic is that it is reachable. It is not limited to certain students only, and it helps anyone who wants to learn while creating another generation of successful students, just like the slogan, which points out preparing great minds, which everyone has, to thrive in this new system of online learning. Of course, it is important to get to know our community and keep them happy, which is why there will always be opportunities to ask for feedback, which can be surveys released in the official pages of popular social media like Instagram or TikTok. Really take advantage of the popularity of social media. And with analytic tools, we would be able to measure what areas can be improved in EduEast. There will also be a system of points which can unlock different rewards, such as souvenirs or discounts. The main goal of EduEast is to help students feel that online school is a fun place to learn, and it's not a burden. EduEast helps them to adapt to this new way of learning and includes fun activities to relieve them from the stress. Thank you for listening. And just to remind that I do not own any of the pictures, and I actually used Canva for creating the logo, which was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you very, very much, Sarah. That was super, super interesting. Alicia, what are your thoughts on Sarah's project?
Yeah, I love it. I love the presentation, how she explained all the details, the idea, and the brand that she's trying to communicate. And I think it was amazing. Love it. I love it totally. And the way that she put the message, I think is, and right now I think is one of the biggest challenges now, and it targets that specifically. I love it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as she said, congratulations. Yes, as she said at the beginning, like because of the pandemic, many schools have to go and move to the online education, which they were not ready. They didn't know much about, or how to, like, it. If it's all ready for a teacher, having the kids right there, having the students right them with them to engage them on the class, then imagine how hard it can be through online education. So Elias, what are your thoughts about her project, Sarah's project?
I really liked Sarah's project. I love the name, Edu East. I think, and I love how you linked that in a way also to your, I guess, could be your slogan, the online learning in a fun way. I really liked it. I can picture it in my head. While I was reading through your project last night, I loved how you focused it on several aspects and attributes of your project. You know, the professional guidance, the scheduling tools. This I found really nice because I think one thing that we all lack of, or a lot of us need help with nowadays when we've gone to a virtual space, it's having better scheduling tools in order to work better and make better use of our time. The socializing part for students, I loved it. How to create a homework club, I know that was also in your project. I think
Yeah.
sometimes we also need help from each other as students, and it always helped to have other people, you know, look at our homework, or sometimes let us know where what are we doing wrong, or how can we even improve what we're going to do, you know. And one of my favorite things from your project was the brain ball, how to create inter-school competitions between students and schools in order, you know, to create something. It reminded me something like the spelling bee competition that takes place in the US, all over the world as well, but not just in spelling, but in other subjects, you know. So I really, really liked your idea.
It was really cool. Also, like the rewarding program that the rewards program that she has, also she has to think about. So it's a really complete and well-rounded project. Congratulations, Sarah. It was really, really interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on, let's see. Maybe we can go with Faber. I'm hoping I'm saying your name right.
Definitely not. It's
How do I
Favor.
pronounce your name?
Favor.
Favor. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Where are you from, Favor?
I'm from Texas. It's just spelled in the
Cool.
British way.
Awesome. Well, are you ready to share your project with us, Favor?
Yes, I am.
Right.
So when I was making this project, I didn't know the classes start Eastern time, so I was a little bit late to most of the classes. So I didn't know how we were supposed to put the presentation, but I like that other people did it differently. So I just start from where I am. Hi, well, I didn't have a picture of myself, so this is me. My name is Favor, an officer. I'm from Texas. My company's name is Your Friendly Neighbor, and I'm a high school senior. Today I'm going to be talking about an idea I have, which is neighborly help. Here to help the community and teams to earn both job experience and a little cash on the side. So I will go over the problem I used to create this idea, the solutions I came up with, and my next steps in the future. So the problems I had were three, because I'm a current senior, and after this COVID pandemic, this was a problem before the COVID pandemic, and after the pandemic, or during the pandemic, it became more of an issue, which is teens are looking for jobs where they meet the educational requirements, or jobs close to home, or jobs that work with your school schedule. So most jobs require a resume of some sort, or an educational requirement, like you have a bachelor's degree, or you need to know a coding language of some sort. And most students do not know that or know how to make a resume. Majority of teenagers are also do not have a driver's license or someone to give them a ride to their job locations. And so they look for jobs close to home, and usually there are no jobs close to home, or jobs close to home also require this educational requirement they do not have. And let's not forget, these are students, so, you know, going to work after class is going to be straining on you, adding to your workload, and you might argue and say, hey, why not do it on the weekends? But weekends are supposed to be days where you recover from the long week of school and you prepare for, you know, the next week of school. That's why we have weekends and we don't go to school on weekends. So I listed out what customers are doing today, what is actually happened. So some people on the idea of getting a job until college or after college, while other people have taken up the challenge of working while in school, and they're frequently left struggling to balance between school and work, leaving no room for extracurricular activities, family, and community bonding time. I did some statistics, and according to the Republic.com, 20% of high school students work 20 to 25 hours per week, and an average of working high schoolers work 15 hours per week. I also got some testimonials from the website, which is Senior Justin Burden. He works at Papa John's, and he says he works 25 hours per week, and he tends to get in the way of extracurricular activities, affects his grades, even though his job is like his boss is flexible with his job schedule. And we have Michael Zitting, a sophomore in high school. He works at Taco Bell, and he says he works many hours, and this also affects his homework time. My assumption for this is that most reasons why students take so much hours and work is because they need to help out with family bills of some sort. And that's where we come in, neighborhood help. So my app is to connect customers with other users through jobs in their neighborhood in order to help the community and help teens easily gain work experience while earning money. So our targeted clients are adults and teens, 13 plus, because that's the working age in America, in Texas. So my location is based on Texas, but in the future, we'll expand to other states and countries. So why is my solution better than the existing solutions customers are using? Well, the neighboring app doesn't only connect you to jobs in your neighborhood, but it matches jobs with your educational background and has a flexible schedule to work with school. So example of how our customers will use our app, a teen is looking for a job and could search for a location close to home where he could walk to it, like a tutoring job or a babysitting job, and it could have like $10 per hour and something like that. So our app is going to consist of different features. The three main features will be a language feature. Since English and Spanish are the major language in the workforce, those will be the two featured language in our app. It is data friendly for people who need internet, and you could use a computer and your phone. It doesn't take too much data from your phone. And they will have to build a profile. The profile will be used to track everything that goes on in the app and between clients. So our profile will consist of the basics: username, password, name, contact information, payment method, and the review from clients or a review from the person taking the job. So we're gonna have two users on our app, which is employers and the employees. The employers are the people who post the jobs and the wages, like they want you to babysit your kid and stuff like that. And the employees are the people who choose to accept the tax, and when they accept it, they set a date. The employee goes on that date and gets paid. Thing to know is that the employers usually know who the employees are because they're their neighbors or somebody they've always been seeing in front of their house. So our app is going to be on Windows and mobile, along with the job and posting acceptance feature. Since this is going to be student-based, we're going to have webinars for students to look at other research and videos about how to do an internship or create a resume and get other school-related assistance. Depending on the job you take up, your payment will be online or in person, so it will be advised to get like an account so teens can learn how to start a savings account of some sort. The company will also have a way to track teens when they apply for the jobs, what jobs they apply, and they also get reviews of if they did that job well or if they didn't do the job well and what they can improve on. I have 5 rules in our company, and this goes to both employers and employees. It will be follow the COVID procedures while interacting with users and clients. Every tax that's posted by the employer must have a reasonable wage, so you can't tell someone to come help you fix your pipes and pay them $1. That's not reasonable. And pictures attached to job posting must be appropriate, since this is also school related. And job descriptions must be clear. You can't say I need to babysit your kid and you don't tell me how old this kid is. So you don't want a 13-year-old babysitting a 16-year-old. That doesn't work. Users must cancel jobs they accepted 24 hours before the day so that adjustments can be made and someone can replace them. If not, they are required to commit or face a suspension from job activity. Above all, we want feedback so we know where we're going on from here. What's next is to actually build the app, test and modify the app, publish the app, and campaign the app. Since our targeted audience are adults and teens, we will go into apps that are where they're mostly on, which will be TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook. Facebook will be for the adults, TikTok will be for teens since TikTok has been the new thing, and Snapchat too. We will expand to other apps like YouTube to campaign and stuff like that just to get our word out. Well, that's it for me. Thank you.
That was amazing, amazing favor. Thank you so much. It's a really great way, Alicia and Elias, to bring the community together, and two generations, two generations that have one in the middle, two generations really apart, that sometimes, sometimes they don't get along. Then it's a great way to convey and join these two generations. What do you guys think about Favor's project?
I love that. It's amazing. How creative. Congratulations. I think the idea is great, and I'm sure it will be very successful. Yeah, I love it.
It's a great way. Elias, what do you think about it?
I think it could be very successful too. And I think that we can all identify ourselves with this. At least for us that, we were born and grew up in Latin America. When you're a teenager, it's almost impossible for you to get a job, to make at least some type of earning. I know that in the US, it's a little bit more common, to have a summer job and this type of things. In our countries, it's almost impossible. And a lot has to do with safety issues as well. I think it's a great idea, like you mentioned, Rodrigo, to bring the community together. And it's a great way also to see how demand meets supply.
Right.
People and especially students, nowadays they're always looking for a way to make an extra income. And the examples that you mentioned are great as well. I really like this idea. I really like the idea of how to meet teenagers with an older generation and bringing the community together.
Exactly.
I would like to see this app on the marketplace so that I can download it too.
Right.
We'll get there.
Eva says she has a question for Favor. Sure, go ahead, Eva.
Yes, I wanted to ask what countries is this app gonna be in, and if there is like online jobs.
Yes, there will be online jobs due to the COVID thing, like tutoring and stuff like that. That's what your profile is. Your profile will tell you, tell people, tell the app actually, if you're more online based prone or you prioritize in-person activities. And online will be everywhere. Since it's online, you can connect to the UK, connect to the anywhere in the world. But in person will be restricted to only your neighborhood due to security issues, like Rodrigo said, because you know your neighbor, you know what they can do, you've seen them every day, you've been observing. So you know if they're not gonna do the work or if they are. So only in-person activities will be restricted to your neighborhood. And as for now, my targeted audience will be in Texas, since this is an app that needs monitoring, and so anything in-person activities will be in Texas, but the app will be open to online activities around the world.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Favor. And yeah, I mean, it could be something that could make your app stand out, by having options of online jobs and having people from other countries. So that would be awesome too. Thank you so much, Favor. It has been really interesting. It was great. So I'm pretty sure we have 2 or 3 people left. Andrea, you can share now.
Okay, so my project idea was not a service, but more a product. And I thought about a solar powered laptop or a mobile phone. So basically electronics. So the most relevant characteristic would be that it would be solar power, as the name suggests. Solar power is a renewable resource that can help reduce greenhouse emissions, which are to blame for climate change. By expanding access to solar power electronics among the community, we can still complete our daily tasks for work or for school without damaging our planet. So what makes my idea unique is that a vast majority of electronics on the market today depend on grid electricity to function. This electricity can be obtained from many sources such as fossil fuels, which are not friendly to the environment. Solar power electronics can obtain their power from the sun instead, which is a renewable source of energy. and will not add on to the greenhouse gas emissions that harm our planet. So my ideal client would be, I have 3 examples: a college student that tries to study outdoors rather than in their dorms, a full-time photographer that is most of the time outside, or just people that live in the middle of nowhere. I believe that my customers will expect the solar power electronics to work just as good as any other normal electronic. The only difference would be that instead of depending on a well plug for power, they will be able to charge them with solar power. My social media campaign would be based on mainly TikTok and Instagram, because I feel that those reach a wider audience, and also people from all ages use those apps as well. So for my brand community, I would keep an active customer service, give customers a product warranty in case anything fails, build an online forum for any recommendations for improvements on products, also give instructions on how to maintain a product at its peak performance and battery life, and also improve products yearly to stay up top, technological advancements, and keep attracting more customers. It is important to measure what you do because it lets you keep track of your product's performance. It will let you know if people are liking it or if the product is fulfilling its purpose. And yeah, that's it for my project.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Where are you from, Andrea? I forgot to ask.
I'm from Texas.
Texas too? Awesome. Well, that's really cool. And I don't know what you, Alicia and Elias, think. I think it's a really great, I mean, it's really current. It's really, really current, especially now that you know, we are looking for sustainability from so many companies and to be green friendly, eco friendly. And like the first idea that came up to my mind was that you can have a different product such as these like wireless pads, charging pads. Maybe it can be like a solar charger. So you can just put it on your window and the cord goes right to your phone so you can charge it. That could be a great idea too. A great, like, remember we talked about yesterday about adaptability. So Alicia, Elias, what do you think about Andrea's project?
I think it's great. As you said, Rodri, it's something that we all need. I think of many times that I have think, oh, we need something like that. So I also love the social media channels that she choose. TikTok, it's great. Right now, a lot of people is using it, and it has been very successful. And I love it. It's great. Congratulations.
Thank you, Alicia. Elias, what do you think about Andrea's project?
I agree with both of you, you know, an idea of thinking on the environment nowadays that we need it so much. Climate change, it's a big topic nowadays. And I think it's a great idea. And if this is something that you are into, Andrea, I would really recommend you to do more research in it. I'm sure there's a lot of opportunities for this type of developments nowadays. A lot of companies are looking to to improve their technology and obviously to reduce the waste. And in this case, the creation of different batteries and technology-wise, you know, making use of renewable energy, which is something that you focused on. I think it's an amazing idea.
Absolutely. I know Favor has a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, awesome project. I would totally buy that. I'm a big tech person. I just had a question on how the solar panel thing would work. So is it on every time, or you get to, you know, switch it on then switch it off? Because if you're switching it on, if it's gonna be on at all the time, there's gonna be a chance of explosion. So I want a warranty on that. But I just wanted to know how that was gonna work.
For now, I'm thinking it would be like built in the device, but like you would be able to enable it and disable it. Because also, like, for normal products, you don't always have them plugged in, like you have to unplug them at some point. So if the solar panel is always activated, it's like the same thing, it's gonna harm your device. So yeah, you would be able to enable it and disable it.
Got it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Favor, for your question. Thank you, Andrea. It's clear that you have such a really strong and clear vision of your product, so that's great. So congratulations. let's see if anyone else wants to share their product or their project. Sorry, Mona Lisa. Oh, Mahima. All right, so what if we go first with Mona Lisa and then we go with you, Mahima? So Mona Lisa, you can go now. Perfect. Yeah, I was just gonna go to you, Sarah, also. So that's gonna be the order: Mona Lisa, Mahima, and then Sarah to close the session. So we can see your presentation now, Mona Lisa.
Clio is an amazing streaming service that offers a diverse range of HD TV shows, movies, news for all ages. The goal is for people to be entertained whenever and wherever. As we go, we will show thanks with bringing more great content and limited time promotions. If you are a consumer unsatisfied, don't worry, there'll be a 7-day money back guarantee. We'll share a agreed percentage of profit with television channels that we partner with. It will be advertised at platforms such as Google, YouTube, and Instagram. And our location will be held in New York, New York. It's a major hotspot. It's been one of the largest populations in the US, as well as there's a lot of people interested in entertainment, so it'll be easier to get employees. This is the plan and pricing. Monthly cost, first month is free and $10 after the promotion expires. And number of screens you can watch it on at the same time is 6, and number of phones and tablets you can watch it on and have downloads is 6. So this is very different from platforms like Instagram because the pricing is $19 and you can only watch it from 4 screens. And it has unlimited movies and TV shows. So like apps like Hulu, it requires you to have a premium membership to have access to all TV shows and movies. And you can watch it on your laptop, TV, phone, or tablet. So basically any device. And it's in Ultra HD. And then these are other prices for all the other apps. And we chose $10 as a price because consumers often leave these streaming platforms because of the price. $10 is the perfect price for a startup streaming service, and it's very cheap in comparison to the quality. So many consumers will be interested. Our competition services would be Netflix, Hulu, and HBO Max. Our price is already cheaper and we offer more quality than them. So be it in the favor. We want to bring more consumers and upset consumers of these platforms. So as a plan, we want to merge with TV companies to bring more popular TV shows that were canceled by our competition to our platform, as well as merge with big television companies to bring more exclusive, great TV shows that consumers can view earlier than they can on our competition. What makes our business better than others? Ours is unique and likely to succeed because entertainment is the biggest industry, because people feel dull and want to break from daily routines. We don't need a factory because we won't be producing anything. The price is cheap for the quality and it's for all ages and diversities, and we have a well thought out plan. Yeah, that's all I have. Yeah, this is the plan I chose.
Awesome. Where are you from, Mona Lisa? I didn't get to ask.
From the United States, Michigan.
Michigan, cool. All right, awesome. Well, that's a great product. And when you mentioned bringing back canceled shows, or I also thought about shows that maybe you can only see in America and you don't get to see outside of America. For example, there are many shows on Netflix or even Amazon Prime that are restricted just to America, and we can see them, like in my case from Peru, I can't see them. So that could something that could add up to your platform. Alicia, what do you think about Mahiba's presentation?
I think it's a very good idea, and I love the way that she did all the research about the competition and all the details, the information of the pricing and the different, like how it's gonna be targeting, and what will be the message, like it's gonna be the most affordable online streaming system. So I love it. I think it's a great idea, and it will be very successful because it's there's competition, but if you have something great, so it always shows and gets engagement. Congratulations, Mona Lisa.
Thank you, Alicia. Elias, what do you think?
I liked how she was aware, how Mona Lisa was aware of, it's competition, there's competition, and she did a very thorough analysis on the the price points and what the differentiators are and why people are leaving those platforms and why those platforms, why those consumers would be willing to consume her product. I think that was a great part of the presentation. Entertainment, it's a very hard industry, very difficult industry. But like I said, I think the way that you presented it was amazing. Where in Michigan are you from, Annalisa?
Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I took into consideration the competition because there's a lot of streaming platforms, and it's not like a new service. This is a service that exists. So right when that happens, I think it's important to look at existing things and what consumers want from these existing products and stuff. So that's what I took into consideration.
You just mentioned something that it's huge and important. You guys, and probably nowadays, you probably hear the word entrepreneurship a lot. And something that's important is that being an entrepreneur doesn't mean that you need to invent something new. Being an entrepreneur means that you improve also something that it already exists. That also makes you an entrepreneur. Just like you mentioned, Manolisa, there's a lot of already streaming services, but you found a way, you found a specific characteristic that will make your product different from the others and that would actually attract those that are leaving those platforms. So I think that's a very great way of seeing it. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Elias. Yeah, and it's the ability to reinvent something that already exists. Like as the example I gave you guys yesterday about the shoes insoles. Like everyone sells shoes insoles. You can find it anywhere. But the idea of Feel Your Soul, the brand that I show you, was just the way they would communicate, and they had their target and their customers really well studied. So great job, Manalisa. So what about Mahima? Are you ready?
So hey everyone, I'm Mahima and I'm from Nepal and I'm 15 years old. My idea is to form an online club for teens focusing on art, volunteering and networking. For me, I wanted to form a physical club and in my local library, but due to COVID, I have to switch to online. And the characteristics of my club would be having a safe space, an expressive environment, and ideal clients would be teens. So the type of content we have is mix of everything from audios, videos, images. And I would like to use Facebook and Instagram because Facebook is the main platform that most of the people here use, and Instagram because what I have noticed is younger people who are just entering their teens are using Instagram more than Facebook. So the rules for my community would be a gathering every weekend, physically or online. And because it is supported by the local library we have, so there's already a community formed. And because of the coordinator there, we can just call the experienced people once a month.
I think we can't hear you now, Mahima. We can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, then let me start from first.
So we missed the final slide.
Okay. So what I want to do is, so the rules for my community would be a gathering every weekend physically or online, and every once a month an experienced adult would be there to guide them for volunteering or some art therapy sessions, and this will all be done by our coordinator in the library, so it is really easy. And it is really important. I think this is the main thing, that we have to bring someone with you when you come, a new friend to improve the network. And members can bring their ideas of interactions and games and fundraising campaigns. You have to respect each other's opinion and feedback. So that was my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, as Sarah is saying, I like that you focus on interaction between teens, which is important. And also the fact that you can bring people and networking that you mentioned, that's key. That's key. So that helps to keep making your community bigger. Alicia, your thoughts?
Yeah, I love it. I think it is something very important right now because the way that we're living, like with the COVID and all, like in having ways to contact each other and be communicated. And for teens, I think it would be great to have this. So congratulations. I love it.
Elias, what about you?
I agree. I love how we're thinking about community, and just like I think it was Sarah who mentioned it there, about how important it's interactions between teens. I think this is extremely important nowadays, and just like Alicia mentioned, we live in a difficult time of our life right now, and I think projects like this one are extremely important, and we need more like this.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Mahim. It was a great idea, a great project. And to wrap up with this summer camp, let's go to Sarah. Sarah, you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes,
you. Where are you
Sarah.
from, Sarah?
Pardon?
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Nigeria.
Oh, cool. Welcome. All right, do you want to start sharing your presentation or your Word document?
Okay, what you're seeing now is the logo for my business. That's the Ataraxia Foundation. Okay, so what is the purpose of the Ataraxia Foundation? The Ataraxia Foundation is a nonprofit I decided to set up during the summer for mental health awareness and disabilities. My brand should be able to reach out to various categories of people all around the world in an emotive way. It should be highly effective and transparent, as transparency is key in this line of work because it involves a lot of individual and community contribution. Hence, people need to be assured that yes, the cause is for the right reasons and their contributions are being adequately distributed. Why the Ataraxia Foundation? The Ataraxia Foundation is unique because unlike most nonprofits out there, it's not run by someone who doesn't really understand the pains of the cause they are fighting for. Having fought battles myself, I think I'll be able to connect with my clients on a unique level and be able to render extraordinary services. I think one of my ideal clients would be a student who has been dealing with a disability since birth. Another one of my ideal clients would be someone struggling with insecurities about their body. Another ideal client of mine would be someone dealing with PTSD or someone who has lost a loved one. But these aren't requirements. The Ataraxia Foundation is open to everyone. So what we do. A common misconception that I like to address is we are not doctors or psychologists, as with most nonprofits. Yes, we may have professionals on ground if you need to contact one, but that is not the purpose of the Ataraxia Foundation. Think of it like a support group, just a safe space that anyone dealing with something can come to escape it all, a place of love. Every one of my clients may have what works for them differently, and as a brand, we'll try to provide something for everyone. However, I believe my clients will connect more to audio such as podcasts on an emotive level and then videos as well. As a business, what are our policies? Number one, to make everyone feel welcome. 2, maintain constant communication. 3, accept contributions from everyone in the community. 4, constantly give back to the community. And 5, show progress. As a business, I think it is very important for us to measure what we do. It helps us to keep track on our progress and discover a mainstream of audience and helps make critical business decisions. For example, knowing areas of improvement, where we attract the most traffic, if we need more advertising, and if we are in fact reaching our targeted audience. So one thing I did learn from the digital marketing summer camp is that it's very important to always put in your contact information as a slide on its own at the end of your presentation. So that's just what I've done. And my social media campaign will be focusing on spreading positivity and love that can be achieved via Google and its services, Discord to build the community, TikTok for sharing progress, and Spotify for podcasts. So you can reach us via email at the ataraxiafoundation@gmail.com and TikTok at _ataraxiafoundation_. And we're also available on Discord, but that's all for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. It's beautiful. It's a great project. The way you have think about it, it's really inspiring. We love the idea. Alicia, what do you think about it?
Yeah, the same. I love it. I think right now mental health is so important, and now the awareness is more, and it's very important to have like this type of associations and resources to help everyone. And congratulations. I love that you have this idea, and I think you have done everything great. I love it.
Right, and I love the name also, as I think Favor was saying. Nice.
Great name.
Ataraxia sounds fancy. Elias, your thoughts?
It's a great name, and just like Alicia mentioned, nowadays mental health, it's important. I love the way that she said, you know, we're not professionals, we're not doctors, but we're still here to help. I really like that idea. Sarah, by the way, I did get your email. I haven't replied to it. I just posted on the chat window. His name is Kurabisa, the guy that you asked me about, who I mentioned on Monday. I actually spoke to him last night. He's actually from Zimbabwe as well. He's from Africa. So reach out to him through LinkedIn if you can. If you can't, let me know, and I'll provide you his email address so that you can get in touch with him and you can get Ataraxia a little bit further and more developed. He's all into helping people, especially in Africa.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much, Elias, for that information. Pretty sure that's going to be really helpful. Well, I think that those are all the projects we went through. I think that came up, Sarah, to me, maybe you can also then do podcasts and that sort of things that may help to spread the word also. So I want to thank all of you. I know we have Jay O'Callahan with us. He's from Stride. I don't know, Jay, if you want to join us, share with us some words before we put an end to this summer camp. Just let us know. If not, then it's all right. Thank you. We appreciate having you here. You were asking me for the attendance link, so I'm gonna share with you really quick before we go. Give me 1 second. Just one quick second. Again, thank you so much for being with us. It has been a great week along with you. It's been great. We are really happy. So again, Alicia, Elias, thank you so much for being with us today. If you guys haven't been able or haven't sent your presentation or your project yet, you can still do it and send it to Alicia, because I'm for sure we're gonna check them out again and maybe get back to you with some extra information that may be helpful. Again, you have Alicia's email, you have all of our contact information, Alicia, Mines, Elias, and the other people that has been with us throughout the week. So you can get in contact with them if you have any doubt, you need some help. We are here to help you. We would love to still keep the contact with you. So again, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure and it's been a blast to be with you throughout this week. Thank you so much. I hope that we can hear about your projects soon. There is Jay with us. Hi, Jay. Thank you for being with us.
I thank you all. I just wanted to hop on and say the student presentations were amazing. You guys did such a great job, and I'm really proud of the effort you guys all put into this. I know it's the middle of the summer and there's lots of other places you could be, but and I know everyone's maybe a little bit tired of looking at their computer screen all the time after the 18 months we've had, but you guys did great, and I was just really impressed. I also really wanted to thank the UTEL team, un equipo magnifico, no? Que magnifico. The presentations every day were great and so insightful and on point and at the right level and clear and easy. I just couldn't be more impressed with the UTEL team as well. And I just need to find a way to get to, although I guess you guys, no one's really in Mexico. Me encanta Mexico, and I am trying to find a way to get down there, and nobody's there. Although, Rodrigo, where are you again?
I'm in Lima, Peru, so you have a friend here.
Lima, yeah.
Elias is in Mexico, right, Elias?
Donde, Elias?
I'm in Mexico City, at least for a couple more months.
Yo fui Polanco. I was in Polanco last year. I love Mexico City. And I don't know, Lima would be pretty cool too. Do some ceviche,
Gorgeous.
right?
Exactly. Really
Well,
good food, such as in Mexico.
Thank you all, Alicia in particular, for helping organize and coordinate. It was really great. I'm just very impressed and very thankful. So thank you all.
Thank you, Jay, so much. Thank you, Elias. Thank you, Alicia. I want to mention everyone. Thank you, Stacy, Sarah, Angela, Andrea, Favor, Mahima, Eva, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, for sharing your projects with us. Thank you so much. I hope we can hear about you really soon. Have a great weekend. Have a great summer. Enjoy it and take care. Bye.